least I know what fucking gender I am.
Victim complex little boy. Grow up. Get in the big world.
Sit in one fucking gender.
Talk about my gender and you're
What's he say there? 61 fucking genders?
Stick to your one.
looking like that.
At least I know what gender I am, bitch. Fucking Adam's apple riddled bitch. You are not a woman. You're a man. So act like a man.
Wow.
Ask him for the definition of a woman. If you want to just snipe this thing, feel free.
You absolutely smoked him though. Thank fuck for that. If I was there, I'd have fucking put...
Listen, I'm not about the money, but I did make £65.
Absolutely, yeah, fucking smoke him, done. He's got no one over there anyway. He thought he was going to do something because that's what he's about, babe. You know what? He just wants to clout. That's all he wants to clout, sitting there. Do you know what I mean? So, babe, like, honestly, I would go ahead. Like, with what you've got there, I would go ahead to the police, Sav. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, you said a few things, but what he's actually said there is actually transphobic. Like, make a stance for people like this. Make a, you know, so people think that they can't get away with stuff like this on TikTok. 'Cause that happened to me, and then I reported to the police. I'd go through with it. Absolutely. To show other people as well that it's not okay to
cancel it, but apparently they have to come out. Apparently. Like,
yeah, of course they have, because you've reported it, yeah.
Yeah, so as long as, even if you want it cancelled, you can't drop it.
Yeah, so I'd just sit down, show them the screen recordings you got, say, this is what's happened, it's been openly transphobic to me, and then that'll be it. You know, they can take his live access away if someone's being like that online, you know, it won't have permission to go live.
Because obviously I reacted through anger and he was reacting through torment, what's it?
Yeah.
He wanted to torment me. Is it torment me? Torment.
But the thing is, though, he didn't stop there. He then went on. Like, that's my thing. Like, he could have just left it, but no, he brought up people in his box. Then he started laughing about your gender even more. You know what I mean? And then other things he said as well. Like, you just don't go ahead and say like these things to trans people. He's LGBT as well. Why is it people in our own community that get this vicious? Like, we're never going to move forward, Sav. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous at this rate. Like, honestly, I would, if I was you, I'd go through with it. That's all I would say. So,
I know, it's just more to the point. Obviously, I respect my mum's household. My mum's cooking a nice roast dinner for us, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really want the police in my house, like.
Yeah, you can go outside then, Sav. Do you know what I mean? If you don't want to do it inside, you can go outside, sit in the car.
My little brother's there, do you know what I mean, as well?
Yeah.
I don't want him seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can go outside and you can go sit in the car and you can do the statement in the car if you don't want to do it inside your house. You can do that. They will knock on the door and then you can just say, can I come outside? I don't want to do it in my own home. And they'll let you go outside and you can sit in the car and do the statement. It's completely up to you, Sav, but if I was you, there is enough evidence there of him being that transphobic to you. I'm absolutely sickened to the core of what I've heard. So I would personally... I would report it. I would. To set an example as well for people that, you know what, this is the outcome and this is what you can't do to trans people. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because there's so many people on this platform thinking that it's okay.
There's a screen recording of him saying that he's going to say to the police that he identifies as trans and therefore it's not a hate crime.
Yeah, well, he can't do that because he's not actually medically transitioned and there's nothing to say that he's even trying to transition. So they'll just see that as that he's just mocking it anyway. Because he hasn't done anything. He hasn't gone to the doctors. They'll ask him them questions. Do you know what I mean? They'll say, okay, so what are you doing to identify as trans then? You know? Like, have you made a step to go and, you know, talk about your gender with your doctor? Or they do talk about these things. Otherwise, everyone would be running around going, you know, everyone would be going around getting off on hate crimes for it.
Bear with me, Faye. I'm going to put you on mute. I'm just talking to my mum.
Go on, babe. Yeah, this is true. Even if he is, yeah, this is true, Violet. It is true. Hi, Maybon, by the way. To be honest, there's nothing that Sav wouldn't have said that I don't think I would have said, because at the end of the day, like, when you're going to be that transphobic to someone, you are going to get angry.
So obviously I called them up and I said I don't want to continue with it, and she basically said, I said, please, they're not going to come, are they? And she was like, well, I will pass the message on, but they will likely still turn up to, because they may want information, regardless of whether you're pressing charges or not. When you write a full-on statement, that's when you're technically pressing a charge against them. But they said that, you know, you have reported it and they will still want information. They can't just...
Well, look, Sav, that case is still going to be open. If you feel like you're not ready, you're not ready, but the case will be there. Even if you walked into a station, you know, you got a station down the road, I'm not going to say the station, but even if you went in there with the case number, with the reference number, or even just said to them, you know, I've done a brief phone call, they'll be able to track that. Everything's reported, do you know what I mean? But have a think, because obviously it's, you know what I mean, you don't know if you want to go for it, but in my opinion, for what he's done, like, I would go ahead. Like, that's just me, though, to teach him a lesson that you can't go running around on public platforms being that transphobic. But
what could happen, though, if I actually got a charge against him? What, it could go on his record?
Of course, yeah. He's been, like, it's a hate crime, isn't it? It's an open hate crime on a public platform. Like, there's things in what he said to you that is, like, publicly transphobic in front of, like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of people. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's been no threats there, but he has been like...
He said that he could get me beaten up in...
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I heard that. I've seen that. Yeah, he said that he'd get you beaten up in London, so there's a threat there as well.
Yeah, but then, this is the only part. Out of anger, I said to him, well, give me your address and I'll fight you like a man. You want to call me a man? So I technically did back... I done it back. So I can't really use that.
Yeah. I mean, I think you need to look through.
Out of anger, I've retaliated.
He has done. What do you mean? He's not done nothing wrong. He's called her. He's gone for her gender. He's called her an outright man. He's laughed about her gender. He's got someone up in the box to laugh with him about her gender. What you're talking about? There's several things there where he's been nasty and horrible about her gender. Everything that he's done, bullying her, is all been based on her gender. It hasn't been based on anything else other than her gender. That's the only thing he's gone for. Therefore, it is transphobic. If you guys are not educated enough to understand what transphobia is, I suggest you go and put it into Google and understand the actual, you know, thing behind transphobia. If you're attacking someone on their gender, no matter the level of it, it is transphobic. Simple. It's a hate crime.
You know what, guys? I'm going to wait till 3. If they don't actually turn up, I'm going to call them back. And they will probably come out in the next few hours anyway, because they're quite quick on it.
For anyone that's here, just to clarify, yeah, like, just if anyone's here, because a lot of you don't know what's gone on, here we go, to hear it for yourself.
At least I know what fucking gender I am.
Victim complex little boy. Grow up. Get in the big world.
He is.
Stick to one fucking
Talk
gender.
about my gender and you're looking like that.
At least I know what gender I am, bitch. Fucking Adam's apple riddled bitch. You are not a woman. You're a man. So act like a man. Ask him for the definition of a woman. If you want to just snipe this thing, feel free.
And do you know what? When he asked me for the definition, he was so
biologically a man. So, you know Savannah...
And this is Joey. Hold on.
5K or something.
Hold on. This is a guy called Joey, who also is your friend, Harry, who I met through you, who I've also blocked, because how can you sit there laughing? Look, listen to this. Hold on.
That person, yeah.
Yeah.
Standing up in court. What did you say? I called her a man.
Sorry. Jamie, we hereby sentence you to 8 months in prison. For calling her a man.
That is so fucking
No,
funny.
but if I get arrested,
How is that funny?
I'll be made homeless.
That is funny. Why would you be made homeless? Because you've been arrested?
Yeah. If I go arrested. If I go
It's
arrested.
alright, babes. It's alright. You'll have a new home. HMP card.
None of this conversation.
To live, don't worry about it.
None of this conversation is funny at all. None of it is funny. Do you know
Let
what I
me
mean?
tell you as well, and I'm yet to go through my phone and find the screen recordings, because there was screen recordings, but there were screen recordings of them two having a conversation about my genitalia. online. So that is like almost sexualizing me, you know? And the problem is I did react in a few ways that I didn't agree with. I did say about his family. I shouldn't have said it, but I said it out of anger. And then as soon as I stopped. But it was almost like he was continually, you know, he come off live with me and then he's still continuously talking about my gender.
I think the main message here, Sav, is, do you know what? It's like, as trans people, we go through enough in life, do you know what I mean? But also, on TikTok, we're looked upon like we're some sort of fucking aliens, and we're not. We're still human beings, and we still deserve respect. And it just goes to show, when people actually get really nasty, the only thing they can ever do is come for our gender 24/7.
In a lot of situations, even Harry just said that he don't like me, but you know he stands with me in this situation. But
because Harry ain't a bully.
Yeah, but the reason I am the way I am, and I'm quite
defensive. You're defensive, the same as me.
I am. And I probably do rub people up the wrong way, but how can you expect me to have all my guards down and be a genuine person when, you know, people like this can turn like that?
100%, and this is what makes us so defensive.
Like I can't ever be just my happy, genuine self and be kind fully to anyone because I'm so scared of what's going to come out of their mouth next. I don't know if they're going to, you know, and it just proves that anyone can do it.
Yeah, even people from your own community.
I don't really class them as exactly the same community, but it's under the same umbrella of discrimination, yeah.
One sec, Sav, I'm going to go on mute.
So yeah, guys, I just feel a slight bit awkward about it. And I'm like, do I go ahead with it or do I not? You know, the fact that he finds it hilarious that I've reported it to the police just kind of makes me not want to do it. Because then it's almost like I'm a mockery. You know? So I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry, I was just getting my food. Yeah, I don't know what you... It's up to you, Sav, isn't it? You're your own person, but... I think if anyone is going to support you...
Can you tell me?
It's nearly 3:00, so I'm going to jump down in a minute anyway and eat. But I think if anyone's going to support him after this, obviously I've reported him to his agency. But, yeah. I would teach him a lesson, babe.
Is it actually a crime what he's done, though, or am I wasting police resources?
Yeah, of course it is, with what he said about you. That's a hate crime in itself.
I just need to find the video. If anyone's got a video of him basically saying anything about the genitalia part, because I've got so many messages of screen recordings and I just haven't gone through them. Anything about the genitalia or anything about the fact he was going to cover himself up by saying he's trans, I really do need them because they are two vital information pieces. But, you know, I'm not a saint. I will make it very clear to the police that I did react in retaliation.
But they're going to know that anyway, Sav. If someone's being transphobic to you, you're gonna do that, you know?
Well, yeah.
So don't look into it too much. You know, the only thing that you said, which weren't right, was the fact that he was in care, you know, or he's in a hostel or whatnot. But, you know, that was after he was being really transphobic towards you, so...
Yeah, well, I'm going to come off live and go through my screen recordings now, and I will let you know if the police come.
All right, Sab, I'm here if you need me, all right?
No worries, love you, Faye. Love you, everybody.
At least I know what fucking gender I am.
Victim complex little boy. Grow up. Get in the big world.
Sit in one fucking gender.
Talk about my gender and you're looking like that.
At least I know what gender I am, bitch. Fucking Adam's apple riddled bitch. You are not a woman. You're a man. So act like a man. Ask him for the definition of a woman. If you want to just snipe this thing, feel free.
She is genetically and biologically a man. So, you know Savannah, the one with 58.5k or something?
Oh, what, the bodged filler person? Yeah.
Yeah.
Standing up in court. What did you say? I called her a man.
Sorry. Jamie, we hereby sentence you to 8 months in prison for calling her a man.
That is so fucking
No,
funny.
but if I get arrested, I'll be made homeless.
That is funny. Why would you be made homeless? Because you've been arrested.
Yeah. If I go
It's all right, babes. It's all right. You'll have a new home. HMP Cardiff. You'll have somewhere else to live. Don't worry about it.
Not for 8 months. No phone for 8 months. What am I going to do?
Honestly. Prison's fine. It's actually a nice place to live.
I don't. I'll be like, arrest me. I called her a man. And what? He's on the phone. Instead of saying she's on the phone, he's on the phone.
I can't.
Savvy, Tramy, and everything like that. Every name under the sun. And then so I mentioned her Adam's apple. I was like, your Adam's apple's quite visible now. You're a man at the end of the day. At least I know what gender I am. I'm sorry, guys, if that was a bit too far, but I ain't sorry to Sav.